Hello and welcome back. This is still Brightside offering a warm return to Road to DreamHack Austin 2018, but this time I'm not alone. I'm joined here by the marketing lead for DreamHack of North America, RB Pete here. Pete, why don't you tell the people a little bit about what you're about?
I'm all about the games, my friend. In fact, I'm here to talk specifically about the Austin event that'll be happening June 1st through the 3rd. By the way, congrats to all the players that have made it up to this point, Brightside. The commentary has been fantastic. It's been a lot of fun. But there's a big prize that is going to be going to the top team. And those 5 BYOC passes plus that travel assistance is going to be super essential for them to enjoy a lot of the events that are going to be happening there. And let me just summarize some of the things that are going to be happening during DreamHack at the Austin Convention Center in Austin, Texas. You're talking about a gaming lifestyle festival, whether it be eSports, 24/7, bring your own computer, LAN event. We're going to have Cruella as the leading music performance there at the event, followed by Pegboard Nerds and Tokyo Machine. We're going to have panels where folks from the esports industry will be talking to the audience there and giving them insights from the latest developments on that. We've got an arcade setup, fighting game community, PC, open console areas, indie games, an art gallery, virtual reality, student showcase, tabletop games. You can meet some of the top Twitch streamers that are out there. Cosplay championship that will be judged by Yaya Han, and that's going to be exciting for all you cosplayers that are out there. But that's not all. There's even more. Some of you folks that are interested in wanting to come help us out, we are looking for crew that might want to get in. So if you're interested in volunteering for DreamHack Austin, just go over to the website, get it dreamhack.com/Austin, and you can get in and many activities at the expo. You can help out with the stream studio, the crew services, esports, LAN, logistics, all of it. We are looking for some folks to come in and help us out, and there's an opportunity for you to do that. So anyway, hey, Brightside, thanks for letting me share with that friend. And this tournament is fantastic. You guys, good luck out there to AZIO. Good luck out there to Turtle Squad. I wish you all the best of luck. See you at DreamHack.
Well, thanks so much, Pete, for letting it happen, and thanks for actually maybe whetting the appetites of our viewers. Remember, there's still a chance to gain access. 3 days, a spectator pass is going to be given out later in this grand final to one lucky viewer. Just make sure to keep interacting with Twitch chat and invite your friends for more opportunities to get that free ticket, along with other prizes from more of our fabulous sponsors. Thanks so much, Pete, for letting this tournament happen. It isn't an exaggeration to say that you're the linchpin of this entire operation.
No, don't mention it, man. No, this is not my operation. I'm just a small piece in the big puzzle, my friend. We need everybody's participation in order to make this magic come together. But I really appreciate the shout.
Of course. Thanks. Show Pete some love in the chat, and let's get into this grand final. 6 players already connected and 2 players readying up. This looks like a pretty interesting matchup, but it's actually a rematch of a certain upper bracket round 2 match that we saw earlier. Turtle Squad up against AZIO. AZIO took it 2-0 over Turtle Squad, which indicates it might have been a bit of a stomp. But trust me, it was anything but. Game 2, we had a double overtime scenario where AZIO finally clinched it out over Turtle Squad in the second overtime on Mirage. We saw fantastic defensive play and great teamwork coordination in AZIO, and saw fantastic individual skill and exploitation of their opponent's patterns from Turtle Squad. Grand Finals is their chance to make the rematch happen, and AZIO, coming from winner's bracket, has to only take one best-of-3 set over Turtle Squad, whereas Turtle Squad themselves have to reset the bracket if they hope to win the grand prize of 5 premium BYOC tickets and 1,500 in travel expense, which makes up the grand prize of this tournament. So a huge shout out to all the sponsors who have made this possible. Mothership Games in Austin, Texas is your one-stop shop for tabletop games, video games, social gaming, and way, way more. Looking to get into D&D and other role-playing games? They have all the materials you need, including some of the stuff we've raffled off earlier tonight to help get your D&D experience started. SANLAN, the premier San Antonio LAN community, hosts events every 4 to 6 months in San Antonio that include CSGO tournaments and sometimes more, like League of Legends and other BYOC fun events. Combine that with a love of the game and a community that's truly adhered to CSGO throughout the years, and you get one of the best events possible in Texas and the rest of the United States. For more information on SANLAN, check out their website, just give them a Google, and follow them on Twitter for more updates about their next upcoming event. Last but not least, of course, DreamHack, the individuals who have made this complete, insane tournament possible by allowing not only for 5 BYOC tickets, but that $1,500 travel expense stipend to the Grand Finals winner. And one of those teams present here today, Turtle Squad or AZIO, is going to get their maws on that fantastic prize. Predictions for this one, slim. I would say the Turtle Squad have definitely shown up since last game. Micro and Bird, not to mention Retro's insane options, have proven themselves as a fantastic rifling duo. Micro, more often than not, acting as the entry fragger, but Bird as the refragger has proven to be a vital combination to taking sites. We saw them last game on Mirage. It was extremely difficult for them to defend B site because of that constant aggression and teamwork attitude. That puggy style may not lend itself to teamwork-based strats, but when it comes to that individual ability to just run, no one can beat Turtle Squad. AZIO, on the other hand, packs a ton of talent into just a handful of players with a fantastic supporting cast. Shonk, often acting as the entry rifler, has an insane rate of being able to at least get a foothold on site. And once he's there, support riflers CEVO and Tryhard do their best in order to secure it. Maui Snake proving to be one of the most incredible talents in this entire tournament. Subbing in on day one for another player, Meech God, he's proven that his AWP skills are without rival. However, Retro may beg to differ. The star opera of Turtle Squad is definitely going to square up multiple times with Maui Snake over the course of these potential 6 games, and there's no doubt that a rivalry will be formed and ended here tonight. Lastly, the man who we've referred to as Angry Lego Man has proved to be a fantastic lurker, someone who's shown to not only allow the site to be completely empty by the time his team gets there, but also back them up at the same time. His ability to detract from utility, as well as draw in rotations, may prove the key in this best-of-3 match, at least the first set of them. So, with that out of the way, Turtle Squad and AZIO are finally readied up, and it's time to begin our grand finals here on the road to DreamHack. First map selection of Cobblestone is an interesting map. We've seen it played by both of these teams. Turtle Squad instead opting for CT, unlike the T side that we've seen in the past. Their super aggressive strats definitely favor B side, but we've seen how Retro on CT, once he gets his hands on that op and can wiggle waggle around Fountain, there's no chance that the T's taking the site, at least without drawing heavy blood. So we see pretty basic buys out here. Everyone's got armor, nothing too exciting, not even so much as a decoy, but I think it's the spread that really makes these teams different. Instead of the usual B rush, AZIO makes its way towards A site, going through upper, and they might completely surpass Bert, the only man left on site to really defend it. See the rotate called out from Angry Lego Man, but it looks like they're rotating through lower instead. Shots ring out to announce their presence, and oh my god, are they baiting the rotate to go to B site? Maui Snake is already in position, ready to pop out at a moment's notice. Cryptic could get lurked on in his own damn site. Bert in the potentially devastating defensive position. CEVO will be the first onto the site. Cryptic spots Maui Snake. He's unable to get the shots off, and first blood is drawn in grand finals. Cryptic takes down Maui Snake as they burst onto A site. CEVO's teammates fall, but he busts back with a couple frags of his own. Bert, Angry Pac-Man, and Cryptic fall. Micro follows suit, and now Retro, the star opera, is the only man left, but ain't no scope on his gun. That USPS at range is a deadly weapon, but Shonk is down there, unable to support his teammate on site. Gives up the position, but the aim duel isn't fast enough. Shonk takes him down with a shot to the dome, and Retro falls. First round in this grand final goes to AZIO eSports. One of the biggest differences, I think, between this team definitely relies on their approach to defensive play in the retake scenario. Whereas Turtle Squad isn't fair to just go one after another, try to take those aim duels and come out on top. AZIO is extremely reliant on their utility. If they don't have nades, they might as well not try to retake the site. We also see a lot of heavy saves. A lot of MAC-10s coming out, including an MP7 on Tryhard, SMGs across the board. That 1200 reward for kills might not be super effective here, though, because of the armor pickups by almost all of Turtle Squad. First blood is run onto the site. One West, the fantastic support rifler, falls. He trades out for Maui Snake, who gets another kill of his own. 2400 already in the bank, and Micro with the CZ75. Tip tapping at Shonk, unable to get too many bullets in him as this. Now he's pushed into the corner. And he's caught out with no one to get him out. So it looks like AZIO will be picking up this second round. 5-7s in the hands of Bert, and Angry Lego Man, however, could pick up an entry frag, but could also just as easily feed 1200 into the pockets of AZIO's players. Shots ringing out. Tryhard is the closest to him. I don't think he realized just how close he is, and Maui Snake gets the flank off, so that's another 1200 in the bank. He goes for drop down, takes down Maui Snake, but actually takes down his teammate, but Maui Snake busts back to avenge him, and that's another 1200. A 4 kill for Maui, and look at how much money he has now, 6,600. He can easily afford that op on round 3 if he pleases, and we've seen his skill with it in the past. Looks like instead they are opting to pick up mostly rifles. Shrunk the only one yet to buy. AK in his hands, but the rest stocked with a very similar layout to last round, but this time no armor on Turtle Squad. I think the armor was the defining factor last time, allowed them to pick up 2 kills on AZIO. Really posed a threat. And now One West bursting into sight manages to use the MAC-10's jumping accuracy to take down Burt. And that means a lot less lurking power, no one quite as forward. If they rush in onto B site, the rotate might not be there in time. Angry Lego Man trying to get through. They're so hesitant to call this rotate because they don't have a lot of information. They only saw one, and that means they're going to get on site for free as they rush towards B. Trapped behind the rock here. Angry Lego Man gets mollied out, but he does manage to do some damage. Insane spray by the MAC-10. That's a double kill for Tryhard on the same spray. And 4v0 to end the round off. AZIO, fantastic use of the submachine guns, not only using them at close range, and using them to secure the bomb plan early, but also an absolute ton of money on their part. Their wallets are mostly stocked, with the exceptions of Micro and Cryptic. Well, actually, after all these rounds, because they lost quite a few, they're not looking too hot. Meanwhile, AZIO, using those submachine guns and that massive kill reward, Maui Snake almost has 10k in the bank at the end of round 4, and he's already died at least once. Shots ringing out and drop down. Shonk manages to take down one and opens up the site. Maui Snake busts back in mid though. The rotate not working out for them. Cryptic with the M4 kind of caught behind. Spots Shonk, gets him through the wall with a headshot wall bang. Fantastic from him. That could have been the opening they needed as they head towards mid. They got to make this rotate and they got to make it fast. They don't want Bomb to get down. Says he wanted in a very neutral position. Could hold it from stables. Could hold it from lower even. Looks like they're heading towards balcony. One West weeds to rotate though. Takes down Retro, now Cryptic in the 1v3. He does have the M4. It is possible to get a couple entry frags, but this clutch is a hard order to follow. So he is going to fall back. Unfortunately, because of the money situation, Turtle Squad isn't going to be able to support that M4 with things like CZs or UMPs. Odds are it's going to have to be a full save that they hope to get a full buy on round 5. So things are not looking good for Turtle Squad, but again, this is just the start. There might also be a little bit of a mental block here. Turtle Squad did fall 2-0 to AZIO, and even though it was a pretty darn even 2-0, as even as one can be, there might be this element of we've lost to them before, we can lose to them again. So they might have to play that mental game. A little bit of BM from Angry Lego Man in chat. Yeah, both of these teams have not shied away from trash talk all throughout this tournament. Yeah, 13k in the bank for Maui Snake. He could be picking up the AWP, but instead he opts for the M4A1S. Not entirely sure why. Not much more of a kill reward, 300 compared to only 100, but Micro could catch them off guard here with the CZ75, but just a wall of lead meets him as he pokes through door. Not too much damage on him, but that's a lot of information, and they're definitely calling for the rotate. Bird and Retro on their way to A site, looking to reinforce, and this makes the T's question their decision. Really good play by Micro. He didn't get any damage, at least not too much. But that information is worth more than any gun. Angry Lego Man looking to back up Micro on this double peek. They come a little lower. One West catches him off guard. Did they spot Retro? Bird spamming through, but seems to think they're much further on site than they actually are. One West at very low HP manages to take down Retro anyway, though, and they're on site. They've got full control. Angry Lego Man's lurk not working out in his favor. Now it's just Burt and Cryptic. Cryptic manages to spot the rotate away from Tryhard. There's not much more for them to do, so it looks like AZIO are going to finish up this round 5-0, beating Turtle Squad, but Turtle Squad with that beastly 3,400 consolation money. That could bring them back into the game faster than you would expect. It's entirely possible that if we have a round where AZIO unfortunately loses a lot of their guns, they could pick up MP9s, anticipating a strict buy from Turtle Squad and then refill their wallets from there. Cryptic, don't look, he needs to go to the restroom. That's not how you get in there, though. Never sure if he's used a porta potty in the past. And there's the bomb. Tryhard being the only one to follow. One West himself picks up a 2K, despite being at only 17 HP for that second kill. It looks like we have a bit of a technical problem. Pause from AZIO. Retro letting his feelings fly. Hopefully that wasn't the problem that caused the technical pause. 27 viewers now for this grand finals. Invite your friends. This is one of the peaks that we've had all day. I think we hit about 30 yesterday towards the end of the stream, so if we can break that, that would just be fantastic. Remember, guys, this is an insanely high prize pool for this kind of tournament. So I'm not entirely sure what the problem is in the match, but it looks like we are going to resume. Technical problem is done. Looks like Maui Snake had a bit of a problem with his microphone. Hopefully fixed it up. So now AZIO hoping to continue their dominating streak. 1,500 in the bank for Maui Snake means he could be buying for himself, his teammates, and even the other team if he felt like it. But I think this is the first time in the half that Turtle Squad has managed to put an AWP onto Retro. That means it's going to be that much harder for them to take the site. Retro himself moving right towards his favorite position, towards Fountain. And it looks like there are a good amount of T's headed towards B, but the bomb itself is actually headed towards upper. Curious to see how AZIO's strength is going to play out. Such a thin spread. Bert nading nothing. Says Iwana was not too far behind. After that smoke clears, that might be a bit of a duel between those two players. Bomb in a neutral position. They could be heading towards B, but they might be able to read the fact that Retro has the op. And they don't want to run headfirst into that, so they do keep bomb position more towards A. We're seeing very consistently more of a 1-2-2 spread, or at least a 1-1-3, with usually a man sitting in connector. In this case, that role goes to Micro, one of the star fraggers, but Bird is getting dangerously close to the rest of the T side. If they don't check their corners, this could be a bloodbath, but instead they opt for the stairs. Maui Snake could fall victim to Bird's trap. Tryhard's on point, but they do manage to check the corners. Burt does take down Tryhard, and Micro falls through with a frag of his own. Now 4v3 in favor of Turtle Squad. This could be the opportunity they need to bust themselves back into the game. Says you want at low HP, but One West makes sure that you can even out the man advantage. Retro with the AWP. We know why you should be scared of this player. He has proven himself to be way too competent with that scope weapon. Says you want to getting danger close. Shank so close to the site. I don't think he knows, but he sees Micro at the last second. And now it's just cryptic. It looks like AZIO might be able to get the bomb down. And if they can secure a crossfire towards door, they know exactly where cryptic is. If they play this defensively, this round is all but theirs. And City goes for the peak anyway. See, this is the kind of aggressive play that AZIO is not exactly known for in this tournament so far. We haven't seen them go for those kinds of crazy peaks, especially when they're on CT side. But when you have 16k in the bank like the way Maui Snake does, you'll take risks. So now AZIO going up 6-0 on the terrorist side. Now it's worth noting that Cobblestone is kind of stereotyped as being a T competitive map. You know, it's a lot easier to get rounds on T side, and I'll say it is that way for the Ecos. But on balance, it's not the case. Shank puts out onto side trying to just move that moment. He puts down Cryptic down to single-digit HP, and he doesn't wall couple of a teammate. Retro, trapped here. Didn't expect such an aggressive push out. Very little utility used, and now Burt falls too, and in an absolute tempest of taps. They take B site, put down the bomb, and take their victory. So 7-0, and now Turtle Squad might be forced into an eco situation. One of the more clever moves you're seeing from some of Turtle Squad's player, unfortunately not on Micro, but you'll see it on Angry Lego Man and on Retro. They know for a fact that, oh, see, Cryptic just picked it up too. They know for a fact that they're going to be against AKs and Ops, which, helmet or not, is going to be a one-shot kill. So they only go for the armor. Saves a little bit of cash, can help them buy a gun later. A lot more BM in chat now. This is not a friendly competition, boys. Cryptic flashed out, forced to retreat, and he doesn't have all the info. All 5 members of the team are on site. Crazy shots coming out from him. That's 2 kills. Evened out now. Maui Snake with that AWP, however, he's going to be able to catch almost anyone coming in from door. Tryhard at very low HP, situated towards Coop, gets the bomb down. Are they going to be able to read this rotate? See, this is the lurking that Angry Lego Man is known for. Crazy flick right into the dome. Let's see if Micro can somehow maneuver his way around. Crazy CC75 taps from a distance. And Micro finally getting a number on the board for them. No kit here, but there's just enough time remaining that he can get it within 10. Great stuff from Micro there. It's worth noting, though, that pulling out the AK might have been a little bit of a downgrade at only 17 HP. the faster fire rate may actually be more of a boon to him than a bane. But he couldn't have known the exact numbers, so he does go for the safe play and picks up an AWP for his troubles. So Turtle Squad finally has numbers on the board, but in order to get an economic advantage, they're going to have to win a few more in a row. Even after a complete and total buy, Maui Snake looking at 6K left. So even if they lose this, he can still buy for himself, maybe also for a teammate. 10K left for Seziwana. Single op setup. It's rare to see dual op setups on this map, but can sometimes be used to deter pushes from long. I'm interested to see where Seziwana is going to go in this map. He's really kind of dictated the pace, kind of operating as a bit of a second entry fragger as opposed to the support rifler we know him as. Clever boost up here. Not a whole lot of players will be checking that spot as soon as they get in, so bomb is situated towards A long. 2-1-2 spread is fairly unusual. Maui Snake zooming in, trying to catch any overconfident CTs. His positioning from Burt may just be fantastic. He's meant to watch lower, but if they don't check it coming from upper, you can shoot him from behind and just cause a total massacre of the terrorist attackers. Yeah, Maui Snake has no idea about the position from Burt. Super clever. Looking towards lower, might spot one west. But he hears the commotion behind him. Flash dodges him. Here's that positioning we talked about. Maui Snake and Tryhard fall to that insanely clever boost position. It wasn't what they were going for, but it worked out in their favor anyway. And now Turtle Squad has the man advantage. Says he wanna in the 1v3. Far from impossible for a player of his skill. But Retro makes it known that his skills are just as good, if not better. 2-7. Still in favor of AZIO, but they are slowly gaining traction. Turtle Squad 2-7 now. Pretty even gun round looking at the average net worth of these teams. No AWP on AZIO. Makes it a little bit more difficult to take A and also defend the site, but you see one in the hands of Retro. Indeed, he heads for Coop instead of Found this time. A little bit of a change in position. Might throw the tees off. Wow. Shot from him takes down one. But Maui Snake busting back from drop down allows his team to gain a foothold into the site. Fire up on Cryptic. Makes him panic a little bit, and one west picks up the rest of the kill. Burt, known for his lurking, not super known for his clutch position, though, up against a battle-hardened one west with 2 kills already under his belt. If he gets the jump crouch timing right, he may be able to go silent, but instead he opts for the safer position. Control of the bomb is available, so we can go right behind Fountain. I don't think Burt has the angle on doors. No, he doesn't, and one west walking means that he won't be able to hear him either. Oh, he's suspicious. He's going for more of the aggressive play. Check your left. Oh my god, they don't see each other. And the weapon switch might have just cost him the round. That and the aggressive play, instead of just planting and waiting, means that Turtle Squad is going to go up 3-7 in this first half of the first game of the first set of our grand finals. So that's 3 wins in a row for Turtle Squad. AZIO finally looking to be running out of that nest egg they worked up over the first half of the half. This might be their last buy for a while. However, they are working up that fantastic consolation money, so they will be getting 2,900 at the end of the round, which means that they can keep the guns coming and coming and coming. Speaking of coming and coming and coming, the Avalanche down into drop down catches them completely by surprise. There are a few more men left on B's site, including the rotate. However, Shonk falls to a combination of utility grenades. However, they might have led them astray. Well, it seems like Bird is still on site. It's going to be difficult for him to deter this, especially as he's shot down, and it looks like the bomb thing is going to be secured. Maui Snake gets killed, keeping up the man count, but a lot of damage on him. It's going to be difficult for him to duel. That grenade is most likely going to miss him, but it does do some damage to Seziwana. Clever positioning here could get them the round. Shots in the kneecaps, but it's not enough, and he's still moving as fast as ever. Scrambling for that safety. Super aggressive movement by Retro, showing me that even though he has an op, he's not afraid to get up close and personal. Seziwana out dueling the AWP, puts them back on top, 3-8. And that's AZIO's first round in 4 sessions so far. So it looks like a tactical timeout has been requested. AZIO finally taking a round. I wonder what's the cause for this tactical timeout. Maybe just discussing what worked that round as opposed to what didn't before. Maybe discussing maybe a new strategy, trying to flip it up on Turtle Squad, who might have already gotten the read on them. We've seen how Turtle Squad is really good at exploiting predictable enemy movement, and AZIO, as good of a team as they are, pretty darn simple. So Tryhard timed out. Okay, so they did in fact use the wrong timeout. They were looking for a technical pause, but Tryhard looks like he will be connecting to the server. Some of these players' ping is a little bit rough. Maui Snake in particular, which is strange. We've seen how he's been doing a fantastic job right now, top fragging in the entire server, unless Tryhard somehow is going even harder than him. Perhaps the name does make sense, but Maui Snake at 13 kills, 6 deaths, but 120 ping. A little bit of a shock from him. So now we're just waiting for the resume to be typed and we can be on our way. Yeah, what was kind of meant to be a friendly tournament has turned into a little bit of salt. AZIO and Turtle Squad not looking to appreciate each other too much. Bert attempting to lighten the mood. I'm not going to say it's not funny, but I'm not going to say it's funny either. Hoffman from CEVO has joined us in Twitch chat. Thanks for popping in, and thanks so much for letting us use your servers for this fantastic tournament put on by Cerus GG. 128 tick is the gold standard for tournament CSGO, and without it, you're not playing tournament CSGO. You're hardly playing CSGO at all. You're playing matchmaking. So now it looks like Tryhard has rejoined to the server. 4,200 in the bank for him, but only 3 kills and 10 deaths. I wonder what the cause for the disconnect was. Perhaps some kind of ping issue. He's standing stable at around 50, going down to 40 now after the connection stabilized, and even lower from there. Strangely enough, it seems like both operas on the teams have relatively high ping. Maui Snake rocking like 115. He might actually be from Maui with this kind of connection. Meanwhile, Retro sitting pretty at 80. High by most opera standards, but in this case, he's, what, 40 milliseconds ahead of Maui Snake? Bicycle versus car, you have probably one of the best senses of humor of everyone in our Twitch chat. And Daedalus EX, you've been joining us for pretty much the entire weekend. Shouts out to you. Probably one of the most diehard fans of the Road to DreamHack series. We're still getting this pause together. Tryhard is a part of the server, but not entirely sure why the technical pause is continuing. Bert really trying to lighten the mood. The experienced Carpenter really nailed it, but the new guy screwed everything up. Real knee slapper there. Sean preferring a little bit more blunt humor. And, you know, I didn't really know what Micro would be like as a person, but that really gives us a glimpse into his personality. I like Bert, though. I'd hang out with Bert. Technical pause still resuming. Looks like the resume request has came in. Turtle Squad has requested it. And it's been confirmed. So hopefully whatever problems Tryhard had has been fixed. But the greater problem is going to be his scoreline. 310 is not where you want to be in the grand finals with a tournament as high of stakes as this. Yes, AZIO is winning. But it's important to take into account why. So now Turtle Squad heads towards a pretty heavy B stack. There's only one man on A. Angry Lego Man rocking that P250 and nothing but. Bert with the taser looking maybe for some BM, but it looks like the T's are just going to roam onto site. USPS shots ring out the doors, but it's not enough. And Cryptic and Retro at the back of site unfortunately dropped first, so they will not be able to assist with the retake effort. Iwana might spot Micro out, and indeed he does, so now long indoors are the places to look. Says Iwana is not looking at either of them. Ooh, big damage onto Bert, including that Molotov. He goes from 100 to 49 real quick. seems almost as if they're trying to save, but they're really not aggressing on the site at all. Bird coming in close to door, maybe just trying to get an exit frag with the taser. Gotta be a lot closer than that, though I do appreciate the effort. We're looking a little bit like a class clown, so 310 could be the score next round if AZIO keeps up this momentum. So 3-9, Turtle Squad is not really on a save, but in a very mismatched buy. They have plenty of money to get rifles on Burt, Cryptic, but 2 Mag 7s. Oftentimes you'll see Mag 7s used to defend A long. If you expect a rush push there, the jumping accuracy coming around the corners is remarkably high, almost as high as the MP9. But this read is not coming in clutch. Instead, the Mag 7s are located on B's site, which is exactly where the terrorists are headed, and they're already on site. Retro gets one. Looking towards Coop, might get a second in the form of Shank. Says he anticipates moving to the right. Good headshot from Shank, puts Angry Lego Man out of his misery, and now Micro, going to regret that Mag 7 purchase, gets the man in the corner, but can he find CEVO? Micro in the 1v2. But he gets spotted way too fast by Tryhard, not long enough to get his foot in the door, and unfortunately falls to make 3-10, the previously predicted score, if I may point it out. Looking very rough for Turtle Squad. Unless they somehow pull off a miracle with this eco, likely we're going to see a 12-3 half. They decide to force it up again with the Mag 7s. Not entirely sure why. We saw Micro almost immediately throw his away when an M4 became apparent. And again, they head towards B. Interesting stack up. Man towards connector. Looks like one West is going to get involved with him very quickly. Shank using that flash to just push through platform. No hesitation at all. The CC-75 just pecking at him from a distance. But sometimes a million pecks are enough. Says Iwana taking advantage of the blinded Micro. And it looks like Burt is really the only healthy man left standing. Angry Lego Man to fall pretty darn soon. But not without making his presence known. He takes down the support rifler. And it's just a matter of reading Burt's rotation. And Maui Snake reads it like the Library of Alexandria. Burt falls 3-11. Time is not a one-way street. And neither is the path to victory here. Turtle Squad really going to have to dig deep. Very little money in their pockets. More Mag 7 picks up. Not entirely sure what the goal is with that. We do see a little smattering of rifles and a little bit of utility on Burt with only a 5.7 to his name. He's going to be defending A long, but again, the B rush, it's worked out time and time and time again. AZIO knows exactly what they want to do. Crazy stuff from Maui Snake comes out. Retro to fall soon. Through the wall and through the dome. Micro might be able to get a kill with this Mag 7, and indeed he does. Takes out Maui Snake, finally putting that bad boy to use. Good crossfire there, and through the smoke? Shonk, what a fantastic spray through the door. And 3-12 at the half. If AZIO wins pistol, it's pretty much guaranteed to be a very quick game in their favor. So now we're just waiting for players to ready up. AZIO in form of their CT. Definitely more defensive when it comes to the up. Maui Snake, very similar to Shank that we saw earlier in the tournament series. A lot more traditional. Whereas we have Retro, who's jumping and gliding around, more JW-esque. We have a more skadoodly Maui Snake, who's better just finding an angle, holding it, and just cutting off a part of the map. That's definitely what he specializes in. I kind of liked what Cryptic was doing. That's how he somehow manages recoil control. Might be up to something. 9 out of 10, not sure who's holding out. Looks like Angry Lego Man, no wonder he's so angry. Might not even know how to ready up yet. I want to apologize to the people if my voice keeps cracking or getting a little bit hoarse. This is day 2 of the tournament. A lot of casting going on, but it's important that it's done. So AZIO, most likely going to watch these replays, going to hear my voice crack over and over and over again. For that, I do not apologize. Instead, I say you're welcome. Hoffman CEVO, again, thanks so much for joining us in Twitch chat. You guys should take a page from him and start getting a little bit more active. Remember, we got one more ticket to give away to DreamHack Austin, along with another gift from our sponsors. So it looks like they're finally getting ready for the pistol round with the roles reversed. Angry Lego Man picking up a whole lot of utility. Not only his smoke, but also the flashes. We do see a defuse kit on Maui Snake in lieu of the smoke and the decoy. That could come in handy if the round goes late. Heads towards trying to prevent any kind of CT rush through lower or anything of the sort. When the USP taps come out, Bert and Maui Snake do trade. And they're just getting dissected by these razor precise USPSs. One West doesn't get the jump up. He does get a Glock bullet to the dome, and now Tryhard and Shonk trying to find a way to prevent Micro from getting the bomb down, prevent any kind of economic advantage he can muster. Shots ring out silent, so they do get an idea of where he is, but not a perfect one. It looks like the rotate is on the way. Tryhard might have heard some of those footsteps. And towards drop down. Micro does seem to consider it for a second, but instead he works towards A. Shonk anticipating the rotate, maybe going for that corner position that we've seen so many times, and indeed he is. Such a sneaky position, but it looks like Micro is doing some sneakiness of his own. You heard the drop down, Tryhard, maybe calling for the rotate. Oh, he sneaks towards mid. Very inventive path, but Micro smells blood as he looks to take Tryhard out early. Turn it into a 1v1. 46 HP in an open sight means that the bomb will go down quickly, but Chunk's rotate will come just as fast. A little bit wary, but now he knows that the bomb is down. As he hides towards the left side, it's just a matter of who gets the angle first. The USPS, more suited to these ranges, but Micro's picked one up on his own, and a crazy headshot from Shonk secures AZIO's pistol round for the second time in this game. Right now, Turtle Squad have only taken away 3 rounds, all quick in succession. I believe it was rounds 8 and 9, not to mention 10. Almost all of these rounds have come to frags. A couple have come to bombs so far, that being one of them. Only 4, however, have involved the defusal or explosion of the device. And everything else has come to frags. So AZIO, hoping to just kind of force Turtle Squad to take engagements they aren't comfortable with. Most likely going with the 113 or the 104 strat that we've seen a lot. Sacrificing the mid, quick rotate towards A in favor of a very strong B defense position. One West going ham. Gets one with the M4, that long range advantage, definitely proving its worth there. Maui Snake with the MP9, just going to tear through these unarmored opponents. And West with the pincer maneuver, takes down one. Make that a double, and Maui Snake comes in from the rear. Micro with that deagle, though, so potent, picks up 2 of his own. Has to reload. So inaccurate. Are we going to see a knife? Indeed we do. We also see a team kill, though. Shonk manages to knife Micro, and Tryhard accidentally gets a little too excited and takes down his own teammate. So 3-14, and things are looking grim. Cryptic throwing a little bit of shade, though it's tough to throw shade when you're behind so far. AZIO have constantly improved themselves throughout the tournament. Plus, they have that experience of Turtle Squad. Plus, they've been warmed up all day long playing those winter bracket games. You do your best when you're playing against players that are just as good, if not a little bit better than you. And while Turtle Squad through lower bracket has been just stomping on noobs, eating those hot dogs, AZIO has been training on that sirloin. Definitely sharpening their claws for today's grand finals. Shonk moving towards lower, might be able to spot Bird if he goes for the aggressive peek. Now he's snaking a very clutch position. Micro doesn't check his corners, but he always checks his corners. So that's 1 down, 4 to go. Hardly a trade on a Micro. 42 HP left, that's plenty. So 1 West. Blocked off a little bit by his own smoke, but Bert looking to catch Tryhard out. Cryptic beats into him. Shonk with a double kill of his own. Make that a triple as he takes Micro down in addition to Retro and Cryptic. 1 West picks up his own. It's another 1v2. Bert at 57 HP. Decent advantage, but not enough. And 1 West. Last man standing. Trying to keep the dream alive. Limiting them to just 3 rounds. But he checks the wrong angle. And 1 West dinks Bert. Takes him down. Picking up a double for himself. 1 West bookending that round with a kill of his own. And then a final one to close it out. 3-15 for AZIO. Turtle Squad not looking good at all. And a defeat this demoralizing can mean a lot if it comes to a Game 3 situation. So most likely this was AZIO's map pick. I'm not sure exactly if we have that information regarding CEVO. slamming through. Smoke coming out to try to refrain from the wire doing too much damage. CEVO on top does a ton of damage, but he falls pretty darn quick. AZIO Shonk putting in so much work as he always has, but the flank from Angry Lego Man, and Shonk falls from him too. And now he's Snake in the 1v1. He's got the positioning down, and Micro guns him down. Just that sheer damage from the AK allows him to put it, and also gets the bomb in place for the extra cash. So this could be looking like a 5-15. AZIO probably not going to pick up anything. They have plenty of chances. No need to push themselves. They're going to wait until they're comfortable. Of course, we have seen so many 1 ecos. It wouldn't be a surprise if they somehow bring it back. But 4-15, they got tons of leeway. And they will actually pick up a few weapons. The FAMAS on 1 West, proving himself as a very viable fragger. 18-14 right now to his name. Pales in comparison to his big brother Shonk at 24-12. Still a very impressive scoreline. Try hard might not be trying his hardest, only 9-13 there, but Retro has picked it up 8-18. But this is not the Opera we know and love. Then again, the economic situation has been rough for him. He hasn't gotten his hands on the scoped rifle as often as he would like. Shonk gets the kill with the CZ75, and that could be the opening that they need. The Turtle Squad head towards A site. The rotate's going to be slow. 1 West does trade out. I don't know if they expect the man from balcony to be this close. They do smoke out, but Tryhard catches him before he does, but Micro guns him down nonetheless. And now very limited angles of attack. This nade is going to do some damage. Shonk gets his toes tickled. Keeping the dreams alive. Somehow Bert is in a 1v1 situation, but he does get the single bullet on CEVO to finish it off. It looks like Turtle Squad is going to end this maybe 5-15. If AZIO decides to start buying real guns, or maybe even go for a real save, though, it could change everything. See the hesitance on him. Honestly, it might be that Shonk just really wants that 30 bomb and is telling his team, you know what? Cool it, guys. 26 kills for him. Meanwhile, no one on Turtle Squad has even broken 20 frags. Even Micro, very powerful fragger. AZIO opting for a complete save. Only Shonk is spending a bit of cash on that CZ75. Turtle Squad's economy is almost as fragile, though. As a matter of fact, most of them have less money in the bank than AZIO. USP shots. Ring out from CEVO onto Angry Lego Guy. A lot of men boosted up onto that B site. 1 West going for the aggressive peek. Little does he know, though, they're on A site, and they're going to get the call to rotate from CEVO. Bert establishing balcony supremacy. They turn their attention towards the door. The bomb does go down, so that's the time limit. It's going to go out, going to rock the portal some of the CTs. Just incessant wall bangs through door. The AK-47 is massive damage compounded by its ability to wall bang. And it looks like this eco might just be in their favor. 1 West gets his hand on an AK, and we see what this man can do with a rifle, but it's not enough. Micro comes in from the rear, cleans it up, takes down Shonk and 1 West. Puts them back in the game. 6-15, so that was a solid save. They've got plenty of cash. AZIO, though, can't quite afford a full op buy, but they do decide to go for it anyway with the rifles. Pretty soon they're going to start getting max consolation money. Right now they're going to get 2,900 at the end of the round if they lose, but if they win, then they take game 1, and that's enough of a bonus for them to want to go for this. So Maui Snake on the naked op, probably heading towards B site, trying to get him off on plat. Instead he actually looks towards A long. 1 West playing way too close. He takes down Retro and Bert, while Maui Snake picks up one of his own. Good flash, but he just looked the wrong way, and Cryptic finally trades it out. Just him and Angry Lego Man in the 2v4 situation. They don't have bomb down, but Shonk manages to limit it to a 1v4. We've seen Cryptic do some nut stuff this tournament, but that's asking way too much. Maui Snake puts him down 6-16 as AZIO win the first map in this best-of-3 series. So, fantastic stuff from them. Remember, if you're watching at home, in order to join the giveaway, you just got to be active in chat. That's all you got to do. We've got a ton of cool stuff available to have been raffled off already today, but right now you can win a Star Wars Destiny Awakenings booster pack, 36 booster packs, which consist of 5 cards and a premium dice each. Not to mention the 3-day spectator pass to DreamHack Austin. That's almost $100 worth of value, not to mention the amount of money that the box itself costs. I mean, come on. There's only like 30 of you guys here. You have a really decent chance, but the only way you can win is if you get into that chat, keep it active, Let us know what you need. It looks like the spectator pass will actually be drawn at the end of the tournament, so this is the box itself. But that's still a lot of value. And the only way you can get it is by staying active in Twitch chat. So give us your emotes, give us your opinions. How good is the casting? I hope you guys compliment me. I'm a little bit sensitive. Hoffman CEVO, great example of how active you can be in chat. Again, shouts out to CEVO Service for letting us host their tournament here. Yes, M Badger, active chat. So it looks like this first map is over, and we are going to be headed to Dust, or not Dust 2, Mirage. Sorry, the color palette tripped me up for this next match. But until then, stay tuned for Game 2 of the Grand Finals of the Road to DreamHack. Hello and welcome back to the Road to DreamHack Austin 2018. I'm your caster Brightside, and we're back with Game 2 of the first set of Grand Finals. AZIO managed to take it over Turtle Squad in a very dominating performance on Cobblestone last map, but Mirage may tell a different tale. We've seen Turtle Squad dominate teams on their road on the lower bracket on this map. So let's see if they can dominate over AZIO. Now, curiously enough, this is almost like a bit of a bookend. AZIO and Turtle Squad first met in round 2 when AZIO sent Turtle Squad to the lower bracket, and as they tore through it very convincingly, Mirage was one of the maps that they went to. But when AZIO and Turtle Squad first met each other in the upper bracket, this is the exact map that they went to double overtime on and wound up losing. So let's see if they can replicate that magic. AZIO walking into a torrent of taps from the USPSs, those mask locks, however, busting back. Shonk with an insane triple kill for him from the Glock. Headshots each one. So now the 3v3, but Micro on site, catch him by surprise. And it looks like Turtle Squad will pick that up. Cryptic with the double kill and Micro with a double of his own. Ooh, a little bit of BM. While this is supposed to be a friendly tournament, Turtle Squad and AZIO have been not exactly hesitant to voice some of their concerns with each other in all chat. So Turtle Squad goes up 1-0. Pretty interesting buy here, though. Unlike AZIO, who tends to offer the SMGs for the kill reward bonus, we instead see FAMASs across the board, except for the scout in the hands of Micro. But it doesn't work out. Tryhard manages to take down Angry Pac-Man Dude, and One West gets a Juan Digolo of his own on Micro at Ticket Box. So now Bert says he won. So close yet so far, but Bert spots him first and spurts his lead. However, all this action going on A may have distracted them. Now Tryhard, with the bomb, is headed towards B site. Cryptic is the only man until Retro can support him there. And if this is a fast enough rush, Bert won't be there in time to support his teammates. Ooh, FAMAS sniping through, and Tryhard is the last man left. FAMAS on his own. Retro anticipates the movement. Fantastic from him. Already, we see a little bit of a Micro renaissance. Bert, one of the most high-impact fraggers of this entire tournament, now leading in frags. Usually, he's all about the quality and not the quantity, but if you can get both, you might as well take it. So AZIO opting for a pretty heavy save. As a matter of fact, the only item bought, $700 for One West for the Deeg. They're not really looking to win this round. Maybe get a bomb plan if they're lucky. And indeed, they are choo-choo training towards B, but maybe a detour through underground, head towards A. Angry Pac-Man is towards mid, but One West is there to contest the control. He's just waiting for the call to peek. Cryptic in Sniper's Nest. He might be able to get the angle, but actually he's looking towards Catwalk. One West might be given the all-clear call, but as Cryptic turns around, he might be able to spot them. All three of these players just waiting for the angle to appear. Shots finally firing out. Not exactly sure what that noise glitch is, but Cryptic finally spots them with the MP9. Doesn't get any headshots, though. Angry Lego Man somehow collapsed both of them through each other, through a wall, and then through a teammate is how they will go down. Maui Snake, however, picks up a little bit of economic damage. 3 still alive in AZIO. They do have a chance now that Maui Snake has that FAMAS, but Micro denies him the opportunity to get to use it. Now Retro down apartments. Pair of headshots, pair of kills. And 3 rounds in the Turtle Squad's name. AZIO feeling pretty confident with their buy. Shock picks up the AWP and throws it to Maui Snake. We've seen how potent he can be with that rifle in his hands. Let's see if Shonk is able to get a weapon for himself. A little bit of utility as well. And he does indeed pick up the Galil. MP9, super ineffective against armored opponents, and we've seen way too many rounds that are lost because of a lack of upgraded weapons. Fire goes out towards mid. Shonk showing off his... Man, that thing's ugly as hell. Bomb positioned is towards B. Plenty of men there too, but One West is in A main. Might be able to spot out Micro if he gets the angle perfectly, but Seziwana gets the flank, doesn't even need it. Instead, he takes out the man at stairs, busts back from Retro on jungle, but that might be the call they need in order to push on B. Instead, they hesitate. Yeah, the preemptive rotate's working out. However, Angry Lego Man might be able to catch out Tryhard. Rather, Maui Snake in there. He's only got the AWP, so this MP9 at close range can be devastating. And indeed it does. 2 headshots put him down, and that AWP was all but worthless in his hands. Retro with a sick flick onto Tryhard, and Cryptic proves that he will not be outdone by his teammate. Fantastic stuff from him, and that double kill from Retro definitely seals the deal. 4-0 in favor of Turtle Squad. Now, this is the map that they chose. We've seen them do very well on it before, but we've also seen AZIO beat them on it before. So I'm curious to see what the methodology was. Maybe they just think they developed a little bit as a team over the past couple of matches, past couple of sets. The tournament meta is definitely evolving as the days go on. So hopefully today will not be a repeat of yesterday for the sake of Turtle Squad. Set up towards A main. Couple of Deegs, P250s, CZ in the hands of One West. He's proven he's useful with it, and 5 smokes that have yet to be launched. Curious to see what their game plan is. Burt feeling a little anxious. They pop the smoke towards mid, causing Retro to rotate. Fires a few shots, almost at nothing. And they do a great job of baiting the rotates. Now Burt is almost completely cut off. Look at all these smokes. Micro is the only one even close to sight. He's right in front of Seziwana. Does take him down and deny the plant, but Shonk is right behind him and busts back on his own. Just super desperate to get the bomb down. One West does finally appear, but it's a clean sweep for Turtle Squad as they go to 5-0. Super cheeky strat there. I love what they did. They did a fantastic job of utilizing the smoke in mid to draw the rotates from both the man in connector and then smoke him out using the pre-planned. So really good stuff from AZIO. It's unfortunate it didn't turn out the way they wanted it to. It's just a matter of where they got the bomb planted and the sound detection by Turtle Squad. Again, individually, Turtle Squad can probably outgun the majority of players on AZIO. It's just a matter of how AZIO can utilize their teamwork to their best advantage. Burt coming dangerously close. Kill him mid would have been devastating. AZIO finally get their hand on some rifles, but against the double op setup, especially in the hands of such competent riflemen as Angry Lego Guy and Retro, are always daunting. Seziwana refusing to peek. Good time too. Burt no doubt would have shut him down. On position towards B. That's a site they haven't gone to too much. Man in connector Shonk. Jumping. Burt might have heard that. So if he gets the peek and he doesn't look at the right angle, this could be a very easy kill. As the bomb head towards A, that's exactly what Shonk needs to open up this round. One West watching the flank. Retro and jungle. I don't think they realized that a refrag could be as easy as a call out. Not to mention Micro. Posted up with that M4. Says he wanted taking down Micro at ticket box. Now, Burt is just trapped down at stairs. He does manage to get Shonk low, but it's not enough. Forward through the situation, a lot of the utilities coming out. Pop flash on the site. Cryptic does manage to avoid it and shoot him down. Now they've got control of this site. They're kind of cooped up in CT, but they're getting besieged on by all sides. Seziwana has to get the kill soon and even things up. Do they have any hope of taking this round? Cryptic instead of opting out. The man in CT, however, is known. Seziwana might not be able to read this rotate. Indeed, he spots the dome. Shots missed, though, and gives him the opportunity he needs to get that bomb down. Retro with a sick flick. The angle was a little bit too tight. That trigger and reticle control lets him get that kill. So 6-0, and keeping one of the most expensive guns in the hands of one of the best players in the server, Retro. Fantastic pick off by E1 West. And Shonk follows through with one of his own into the dome of Angry Lego Man. As Maui Snake heads towards apartments, Cryptic, however, is ready for the push. The smoke has already popped. They definitely have the man advantage. If they wanted to, they could swarm any site. Retro as the fast rotator, positioned in connector right now, but Micro and Retro gonna have a tough time, but Cryptic is the real martyr here. Maui Snake positioned towards apartments. That might have been the rotate call. Retro heads towards Sniper's Nest. And here it is. Maui Snake might be the first to make contact with Cryptic. Cryptic as steely as he can be, but SANLAN actually spots the rotate on A. And it looks like this is going to be a free plant. Retro coming in from Catwalk, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Maybe spot E1 West if he turns the wrong way, but the bomb is down. Plenty of cash, and as he heads towards Market, he does actually get one kill onto 1 West. He looked away at the worst possible time, but Chonk finishes it off with a 1 tap. Retro goes down. So now AZIO finally got their numbers on the board, but Turtle Squad should be able to scrounge together a buy here. 92 on Cryptic. Should be able to buy for Micro. And they even managed to find the money for an op in the hands of Retro, so that'll most likely go mid, or perhaps on A. Or if they read the aggression towards B, it could head there as well. So Retro, instead of opting to head towards Sniper's Nest, trying to prevent any kind of mid-control, Tryhard is going to be there to try to contest it. But the smoke pop prevents any kind of easy vision. Tryhard position to go get the bomb, but that's a ton of utility already used. Turtle Squad, only 2 smokes remaining. Meanwhile, 4 on the side of AZIO, they can definitely use that to hold off on a retake. A site almost deserted. Or for the fast retake. West and Micro dueling it out. Can SANLAN somehow come in and get the kill? He spots him and he does. Retro rotating from CT though. If SANLAN doesn't spot him in time, it's going to be tough. And they still don't have the bomb. Shonk and Angry Lego guy so close. Not to mention the crossfire and Bird. But he manages to take him out anyway. And they've got the bomb ready, but now game is reset to neutral. Maui Snake might be hitting out on B. Just trying to see who's there. Cryptic. He's throwing out, just trying to delay anything. The Molly will delay a bit of the push, but it also distracts. They've already called for the rotate. SANLAN, 1 West, and Tryhard all headed towards A. And Angry Lego guy does indeed run back, not realizing that that rotate was completely in vain. Retro does take down Maui Snake, but the man advantage is still in AZIO's favor. Heavy damage coming in, both on SANLAN and Angry Lego guy. The nade takes him down, Kobe Bryant style. Retro basically trapped up in jungle. Takes down SANLAN, and now it's the 1v1 situation, and the bomb is not suited for Tryhard's position. Retro smoke on the bomb. Tryhard playing this conservatively. But he takes the aim duel anyway, and Turtle Squad putting a delay. Fantastic play from him. And that stomps the aggression of AZIO. 7-1. Now it's worth noting this map, pretty darn CT-sided, probably the most out of any. 7-1 leading into this round. Pretty mismatched buy from AZIO. Maui Snake not looking equipped at all. Does pick up the CZ with 2 AKs. Early aggression towards Palace. But 1 West is there to catch it out. If he's able to spot Bird, if he decides to get a little bit too antsy. Flashes come out as they egress onto the A site. Bird manages to avoid the flash and take down 1 West. Micro picks up one of his own, but he gets traded by SANLAN. Now Burt, a little bit of miscommunication there. Retro firing with the up onto the side. Now Maui Snake, what went from a 5v5 is now a 1v3 in the blink of an eye. Burt with that double kill, and SANLAN with a pair of his own. Picking up the sights. Crazy op shot misses, and now Maui Snake has a chance. 1v2. We've seen his skills with the op. Can he match them with the rifle? Cryptic definitely playing a little bit more conservatively. He has time to plant the bomb, but I don't think he realizes it, and actually he's going for a pretty sneaky rotate. It's possible that Cryptic catches him out, though. Great movement. It looks like Maui Snake is just completely outmaneuvering the CTs. In fact, if he plays a little bit more patiently, and Angry Lego guy plays a little bit more aggressively, this could be a kill and even it out to a 1v1. 35 seconds left on the clock. He has to make a decision. Is he going to go to B through apartments? That's going to take a whole lot of time. And if the rotate comes quick from Cryptic, might not be enough. Maui Snake headed towards A. He might not be able to spot Angry Lego Guy on Tetris. Walking very slowly. Oh, but he hears the footsteps, he hears the land, and he gets him from the side. Maui Snake turning to the right when he should have gone left, and he winds up wrong. 8-1 for Turtle Squad. So 8-1 for them. Things are looking rough for AZIO, but again, they do have the leg up. They are coming from the winner's side, so a bracket reset would be necessary. That means the Turtle Squad is going to have to win the next 2 games in order to get a chance to take home the grand prize. Bird takes down One West, takes down Tryhard as well. Just tearing up mid, says he falls to him as well. Manages to get him out of the smoke. That's a 4K for him. Hungry for that ace, but Maui Snake retreating towards mid. Doesn't want to give it to him that easy. Spotted and trapped. Micro denies his teammate the ace, but he does manage to pick up 4 kills of his own. I imagine Bird is plenty satisfied with that. Again, Bird, someone we know as a rotator, someone who makes quality frags, someone who can open up a site or keep it safe. Instead is turning into the top fragger in the server, 14-7. Incredible scoreline from him. As a matter of fact, I don't think anyone on Turtle Squad is going negative. 9-1 scores will facilitate that, yeah. But look at Tryhard, 1-9. He says he wanted top fragging at 9-9. He rushing towards A. The bomb is already headed towards there. Not a very neutral position. The fire comes out. Maui Snake blinded for just a minute. And the man in Palace might be able to catch someone off guard if he aggresses a little bit faster. One West and Maui Snake. Whoa, crazy pick by Tryhard. Busting back, but it looks like AZIO is going to push onto A site, and they do have total control. As a matter of fact, it looks like Shunk might be able to catch Retro on the rotate. Whoa, Retro. Shunk finally got it, but it was way too late. Those 2 kills from Retro put Cryptic in a totally winnable position, and now the 1v1. Cryptic and Shunk. And Shunk is nowhere near sight. But the sheer power of the AK, 1 bullet finds its way into the head, and that means that the round is his. 9-2. Turtle Squad in a fairly stable situation with their monetary balance. AZIO keeping most of the guns from last round. Or at least one of the guns. Able to buy out though. See Galil on Tryhard, but other than that, everyone's kitted out. Cryptic flash, but decides to go through anyway. Maybe starts to regret it. One West falls back. Retro and Micro both fall to the guns of Shonk. What an insane fragger here on the A site. Tryhard trying to vanguard his way through, but if they don't spot Bird in time, this could be deadly for their team. But Shunk does spot him. 4 HP to his name, but that doesn't mean he can't keep kicking. Maui Snake located towards Catwalk, and the last man on B site likely going to stay there. So likely going to be saved. Might be hunted down. Never mind, he comes to them. A trap Maui Snake set. So indeed, he does pull through. So now 3 rounds in favor of AZIO. Of course, this is a CT-sided map, but a 9-6 scoreline, I mean, that's basically a 7-8. It's so close to even that AZIO could easily bring it back, even from a massive deficit. I mean, a 10-5 is still winnable on a map like Mirage. And AZIO, who we've seen, basically has every angle, every smoke, every pattern of attack cataloged. They can use that information to their advantage. Crazy push here from Cryptic, though. And he's joined by his teammates. One West, 1, 2, not 3, no cup of tea, but they do maintain that mid-control. Bird a little bit trapped, however, behind the boxes. Retro, hoping he can save him back. But instead, Shunk drops him as well in another. So a 2-piece shared between One West and Shunk. Now Angry Lego Guy, yet again, the last man. Crazy Deeg flick onto Tryhard, puts him out of his misery. But Maui Snake, hardly any damage on him. And now he's got himself a real gun. Actually, he opts for the defensive play. Doesn't want to put himself in a vulnerable state, so he says the molly put out to bench, but he spots him over the top of Van. Keeps 2 of their AKs alive, maybe even an AWP if they get to it on Cat. So great stuff from them. No bomb plant, but 9-4. Turtle Squad is looking to buy out this round. If they don't succeed, it's most likely going to be a 9-6 scoreline. But the double off setup, 1 for Micro, 1 for Retro, 1 probably going to be headed to the B site, 1 towards mid, potentially rotating towards A site if Palace gets frisky. So Bert put out on the A site, looking again for that connector rotate. Such a valuable position, but forced to use his smoke. Still gets great vision though. Great coverage of mid. People often think that Sniper's Nest is the end-all be-all of mid control on this map, but connector is such an important divide. Siwana gets picked off in the most frustrating way. Retro showing off his swag and his butterfly knife with that crazy pick in Palace. So now AZIO, they seem to have such a solid plan putting the bomb towards A site, but now they have to rethink their position. Cryptic busting shots towards apartment. Shonk, however, gets a frag of his own and evens it out just a little bit. Micro puts it in a 2v4 situation, and his teammate might be falling hard too. Shonk still struggling to get onto site, trying to put his fragging prowess into high gear. Meanwhile, Tryhard trapped in Tetris with the bomb. Any kind of aggression from CTs could spell the end of this round for AZIO. Spot Simba with the grenade out. Micro does put him down. I was going to say, if anyone can win this 1v4, it's going to be Shonk, but that's a tall order even for him. 10-4 is going to be the scoreline. And without a good monetary base, that's likely going to turn to 11-4, as AZIO cannot afford a massive amount of utility if they opt to go for those rifles. 62, almost on Shonk, might be able to buy for his teammate. Instead, they opt to all-arm for themselves. Maui Snake with that AWP. 713 is not what we're used to seeing from him. We're used to seeing these fantastic shots, the ability to just skadoodleify an angle, just lock off the map. That's not what we're seeing. Micro, however, doing that exact same task on 1 West. So now they got to run for the bomb. The neutral positioning is really costing them a lot of time. Shonk, so close to angry Lego guy. Molly pops out, trying to stop some aggression that was never there in the first place. And angry Lego guy is not having a fun time trying to maintain this mid control. However, he does bust back and take down the top fragger. Tryhard meeting Retro and Connector. Little victory of his own, but he needs a lot more than that if they hope to survive this round. Cryptic is the only man on B as they rotate towards A site. Definitely feeling a push through Connector, and Maui Snake decides that that is indeed where he wants to go. Tryhard getting himself up into jungle, maybe. Rely on the boost. Maui Snake somehow survives despite that insane spray, and here comes the boost. Tryhard getting up, might be able to take down angry Lego guy, and indeed he does. But these are 3 100 health players. Maui Snake, no one hits flicks like that. Ticket box position is so strong, but I don't think they realize the man is under platform. In that balcony position, Bert cleans it up. Triple kill for him and 11-4 at the end of the round. So AZIO is now going to be on CT side. Definitely the one that they prefer to be. So now we're just waiting for the players to ready up. 8 already here. And I imagine after all the trash talk last game and the insane half, Turtle Squad must be so satisfied right now. So if Turtle Squad do manage to close it out, which they're only 5 rounds away from, the final map is going to be Overpass, which is a map that we haven't seen in quite a long time. Interested to see how both of these teams' unique styles lead to them.
I'm actually not sure if we've seen Overpass.
We did. Wait. I could have sworn we saw one in the first set, but perhaps not. This might be the first Overpass map. 9 players ready, just 1 left outside of the fold. Cryptic, getting a bottle of water. Maybe getting his back itched.
Ah, you're actually right. We did see Overpass in the first round of matches, but we haven't seen it since then.
So we have seen AZIO on Overpass. We saw it in the first set that they played, I believe. And I think they did pretty darn well. But at this point, it's just a matter of whether or not they can win not just as a team against themselves, but against Turtle Squad. Improvement is the name of the game, but this is what you improve for. This is tournament, and if you don't bring your A game, you don't get to play the game. So Turtle Squad with a fairly standard buyout. We see a P250 on Cryptic, along with a little bit of utility. No raid boss strats that we've seen so far. I don't think either team is really committed to beefing up one of their players like that. Maui Snake, the utility pack mule of the CTs. And one West drops early. But they bust back. Maui Snake does get the USP-1 headshot onto Cryptic. This is going to be a really quick bomb plant and a very harsh retake. Both of these teams are extremely competent with pistols. Burt reads the rotate through market. The smoke is going to cover a little bit of their advance. First through the smoke behind him. Crazy stuff from Micro. No fear in this man. Burt maybe a little bit distracted. And Burt with the headshot to Tryhard, proving me wrong. Great stuff from all these players. Retro and Burt both picking up 2 pieces of their own. Angry Lego Man is probably the only thing we can call him. That's the only thing that I can think of anyway. In all fairness, it wasn't my suggestion, it was actually my co-caster's. I don't know, I'd probably call him middle fingers or something. Now it looks like they're getting ready for this big old-fashioned push. Angry Lego Man does get some shots off on the ace site. Unfortunately, doesn't do a lot of damage except for the one west. Says he want to reads the rotate, but oh my god, they were so secure. No call out from the first man out of apartments. And Says he wanna shreds them on B site. And Tryhard and Shunk do the exact same on A. Fantastic stuff from AZIO. That was not a round that they were expecting to win. AZIO is not known for their fantastic eco rounds. Turtle Squad is. So the fact that they just lost on an anti-eco might be a little bit rattling to them. Tryhard going back for that CZ75. AZIO finally does have the gun advantage, though. Completely murked the economy of Turtle Squad after winning on that anti-eco. Burt pushes into sight way deeper than his teammates, takes down Maui Snake, but one west busts back. Now he's deep into sight. A flurry of deagle fire goes his way. Not without making his presence known. Micro on super low health, but the bomb goes down, and that's the time. Says he wanna. AK shot to Retro, takes him down, but Cryptic busts back. So now it's Shunk and Tryhard. They do have the better weapons here. Mac 10 on Shunk against an unarmored head on Cryptic, but Tryhard with that M4. Shunk follows suit. Whoa, Burt utilizing that jumping accuracy. He didn't see the man in aim, but he did hear him, and now he looks towards Firebox. If he gets this kill, this could be everything. And indeed he does. Oh my god, the other man according to Catwalk. And there's no way he's going to get that defuse. Fantastic positioning from Micro. Always thinking 2 steps ahead. So Turtle Squad does go up 13-5. Back and forth in these rounds for the second half. This is very unlike what we saw. Turtle Squad taking up the first 6 rounds in a row. Used to seeing odd numbers for that streak, but I guess 1 is an odd number, so we're seeing it more in the second half than the first. Cerus are very committed to this. The push in from Maui Snake and 1 West might indicate the rotate ought to happen sooner rather than later, but Shunk stays on B site. 10 goes out, Says he wanna gets 1 kill, but the man in Palace unfortunately doesn't get a whole lot done. Now Shunk moving in with the rotate, manages to catch Angry Lego Guy off guard, and now Micro's his next target. Here's the bomb planted. That's exactly where he is behind Trybox. He gets shot down by Maui Snake from A main. And now it's just Retro to defend. A couple of CZ shots, and that's all it took to put him down. So this is going to be a defuse. AZIO staying in this game. 13-6 is not a good scoreline, not the one they want, but it's better than 13-5. Very spicy stuff here from AZIO. Again, that back fourth. Neither team in the second half has been able to get so much as 2 wins in a row, so I wouldn't put too much stock into this, but if Turtle Squad keeps this going up, trading rounds every other, eventually they're just going to win 16-9. Maui Snake, using his better judgment there, not going to peek it. At least not without a flash. Manages to put out Cryptic and see a ton of information. One West puts down one of his own. That long-range M4 says he wanted that support rifling skill coming in handy here. They see the call out. They know the guy's underground. Shonk may be going huge. P250 with that suppressing fire. Try hard watching. Shonk is ready for it. Clips him in the elbow, and that's it. While no one got out of that round unscathed, 5 live for AZIO, and that's a huge lack of a burden on their economy. That entire round, pure profit, aside from the nades, but hey, those are cheap as hell. So they stock up again. Both of these teams are a little bit notorious for a little bit of chokesies, especially when they get into that upper range. I think 13 is when they tend to start. Turtle Squad verifying that claim right now. Bomb heavily positioned towards A. Looks like Shonk is the one headed towards to kind of distract, take a couple of rotates, burn some utility. And the rest of them hiding in the smoke towards A main. Tryhard, the only man really looking onto sight. Cryptic might be able to spot one West, and he does, but the crossfire tears him up. Micro with the bomb, and Angry Lego Man looking towards Cat. One West coming in towards Connector. Micro might be a little bit confused. Where did that rotate go? Finds him way too late, and as he's looking for him, Tryhard takes him down. Angry Lego Man operating towards Firebox, moving towards Ticket Box, but Tryhard's going to take him down too with some help from Seziwana. And now Bert's the last man standing, and One West is going to catch him out pretty darn soon if Maui Snake doesn't hit him from the bike. And indeed he does. 5-man left alive for AZIO 2. In the last 2 rounds, no kills from Turtle Squad, no deaths from AZIO. And the fact that they're able to keep those M4s round after round after round, or in the case of some AK-47s, means that they can build that nest egg ever and ever bigger. One West, almost 8K in the bank right now. Tryhard looking pretty with 7 or close to it. Shonk with an even 55. So what was originally a massive deficit is now down to 5 rounds. And AZIO 1 West manages to pick off Retro at the very beginning of the round. A ton of commitment into that guy, and it's all gone in the blink of an eye and the pull of a trigger. Maui Snake catching them off as well, manages to take out one of the men, and One West backs him up there too. Fantastic show of teamwork. I love the double peaks that AZIO is using. And Maui Snake decides he don't need no teammate to get his frags. Shonk might be able to catch out Burt here, and indeed he does. 3rd round in a row where there's no kills from Turtle Squad. AZIO is running over TS. Now, I wasn't going to bring this up earlier. I thought Turtle Squad had this in the bag, but the way things are going, this could very well be the last game of the tournament. Now, stick around, of course. The credits are not going to come after... The credits are not going to come until after we get that final raffle off. That's one more 3-day spectator pass, as well as a D&D playmat that you can win just by being active in the chat. Let us know your reactions to all these crazy kills, all these insane ecos, and these total lack of deaths on AZIO. Talk some trash if you please. As long as you say something, you're entered to win. Cryptic with some clever positioning, trying to mix it up. Looking towards Palace. He spots Micro. Decides to play it conservatively. Decides to smoke out Cross as well. Whoa, One West with the crazy 80-80 strafe. Real Frenchman style. Takes down Retro, 2 for the money. And is this going to be a 4th round in a row where no one on AZIO dies? Seziwana hopes to make it the truth, and Cryptic at 16 HP. The flash comes out. He's completely blind, and now he's deaf and mute too, as he falls in mid. 13-10. I mean, I don't know what to say. AZIO was looking terrible, 11-4 at the half, but now that they've gotten their meat into this CT half, 13-10. Turtle Squad is in the lead, but barely, and that lead is shrinking every round. Tryhard getting caught a little bit out of position. A push from A main might have put him out of his misery. But the bomb is headed towards A. I think the rotate might be called. Tryhard got a little bit of information, but they're just trying to negate the push right now. Molly's coming out on behalf of AZIO. They've got plenty to go. Tryhard trades with Cryptic. Maui Snake at low HP, but One West in a very good position. Stops the bomb plant and is able to spot Angry Lego Guy as well as potentially another T. Takes him down long range with only 14 HP. Unfortunately, the deathless streak has been broken, but only by Tryhard. 4 men still alive. These guns are more experienced than most CSGO players. They've just been going round after round after round, and Shonk has his team on his back, carrying them to victory. Tryhard, 11-17, still with a decently impressive scoreline. Cryptic, right now the bottom fragger in the server, at only 10-15. So it looks like a tactical timeout from Turtle Squad. They have lost 6 rounds in a row. Their lead is growing smaller by the minute. Tactical timeout, not only to discuss their strategies, but also to maybe break a little bit of AZIO's flow.
So at this point, AZIO more or less can afford to buy back in almost through the rest of the game.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, they're going to have a buy.
Close to it. The only person I'd be a little sus on is Tryhard. He doesn't have nearly as much money as his older brothers in the team.
Yep.
But even then, he's able to afford the op for himself. Looks like he's not giving it up to Maui Snake unless they're delaying this conversion a little bit. It looks like he just wants to try his hand at the scoped rifle. So Retro, the one man in Palace. One West bullets, unfortunately, errantly away from anywhere where the T's are situated. Bomb is relatively committed towards B. And One West falls for the first time in almost 5 rounds. Retro busts back with one of his own in another 3v5 situation. This is not what AZIO is used to. That tactical timeout used to its maximum ability. Now he's rounding the corner, taken down by Retro, though. Micro and Retro, brothers in arms, taking down A site. If Angry Lego Guy puts out Shonk, that could be it, but instead he survives with 72 HP, and they know the bomb is on A site. Says Iwana, the support rifler who's become the star of the show, along with the top fragger in the server, Shonk. If any two can win this 1v4, it's going to be them. Interestingly, he might opt for the save. This could be to compensate a little bit on Tryhard's lack of funds. That's one less gun the team as a whole is going to have to purchase. So he will choose to let the bomb go off. He might be able to get the edge frag on Retro here, take away his AK. And indeed he does. Michael puts him out. Instead, Cryptic is the one who takes the fall.
That's actually a pretty big exit frag there. Turtle Squad's economy is not good. So them being forced to rebuy there is either a lack of utility or a lack of AKs.
Yeah, we've seen AZIO kind of fold under the pressure that a lot of nades can accomplish Turtle Squad with those fantastic peaks. I think they need to try that eco strat they did again, where they bait the rotations into mid using the smokes on A, and then just go for the site. It worked so well when they had pistols, I can't imagine how well it'd be with rifles. But Turtle Squad now on match point, and that's not a position they want to lose. Bomb neutral position, they want to make sure to get at least a pick or something out, but instead, Maui Snake gets one of his own. Angry Lego Guy falls down to the power of the cannon. It is the op. Smoking out Sniper's Nest. They seem to think that there is an op on the team, and it is on Maui Snake, but he's nowhere near mid, and Seziwana picks up a kill of his own. Shonk and One West are definitely going to catch Micro as he comes through connector here, especially One West position in jungle. Bomb finally being picked up, is moving towards a little bit of indecisiveness. But Bert spots Shonk, unable to finish him off fully, but puts him down to 21. Whoa, Micro getting a double spray of his own. Only 19 HP though, he may be caught by the man on A site. And all of a sudden, an unwinnable round is looking very winnable, but Tryhard makes sure that it's still in his favor. 2 versus 3 here. Maui Snake on full HP. But Micro might be able to take care of that for him. Indeed he does. Shot to the dome, puts him in a rough situation. Shonk and Tryhard. Combined 63 HP versus Micro's mere 19. Spots the man at Firebox, unable to get bullets on him. He drops down and moves on to site. This crossfire is so deadly, and he doesn't even know it's there until it's way too late. Shonk adds another notch on his rifle. 27 kills. He's running out of rifle. Composite score of 60. Shouts out to those fantasy points. And 14-12, AZIO not going down without a fight. It would be way too Shakespearean to go into a double overtime yet again on this map and have AZIO take it. Bookends to a tournament. Better than any fiction novel. As Maui Snake heads towards mid, he's got that AWP, the gun he's comfortable with, but he's not going to catch out way too much. They're headed towards B. No really aggression towards A that we're used to. Try hard, busting a couple shots. But Seziwana and Shonk, two powerful fraggers, are ready for this push. Micro, a little bit offset. Trying to avoid any kind of a flank. Maui Snake, though, completely unaware of what's about to be unleashed onto B site.
They really need this plant here to stay in the game.
Oh yeah. If they can't secure a tie point pretty soon, I don't even know what to say for them. They get the CC-75s out. Shonk does get flashed and taken down really early, but says he want to bust back. Menges his teammate. Takes another. Make it a 3. Finally goes down, but the damage is already done, and now Micro on 3 HP is the only man left representing the terrorist streams, and now 13-14. Turtle Squad is in the lead, but only barely. And look at the economy. Turtle Squad is not going to be able to afford full rifles, full armor, and nades. One is going to have to go. And the idea of an op is just out of question. Even if Cryptic spent every single dollar he had, he still couldn't afford one.
I really like the decision to eco here from Turtle Squad. They know that they're just too short, and they need to play the odds of getting a full buy-in.
Yeah, they'd much rather go into overtime on a full buy than maybe get trounced and then secure a 14-16 loss. So again, they're postured up towards B, but not as heavily as they were last time. Angry Lego Guy is positioned more neutrally, leaning a little bit towards A site. Shonk on B, though, ready to counter any kind of push that they have. This time, the addition of a scout and a deagle may make things change. A little bit more long-range utility. He gets the information, calls for the rotate. Retro position far forward, likely to serve the entry fragging role, but with an opponent like Shonk, you can't help but respect him. Tension is in the air.
Everybody's waiting for information, but scared money don't make money.
Yeah, they haven't even bothered to move. Maybe they're just trying to trick them into aggressing towards A site, maybe trying to get Angry Lego Dude somewhere in there.
Nobody wants to give up a pick here. They want information, but they're not willing to take the risk this late in the game to push up on areas, get picked out, and give up a site or give up their push.
Retro making his own little passive observation. The deke is not enough, though. Says he want to takes one down, and that's going to open up B site. Says he want to get some more damage onto one, and they just tear up the offensive. Whoa, the CZ long range takes down 2. That could be big, but Maui Snake with the op definitely outweighs the CZ in long range warfare, and he takes the frag for himself. Showing off a little bit of his movement there. Maybe played TF2. Shouts out to, what was it, Surf City 3 _. So 14-14, the tension in the air is thick. This is a rivalry that didn't exist until yesterday, and it's going to end tonight. Clever smoke from Cryptic, hoping to block off something like jungle. Maybe bait out a little bit of a rotation from B as the bomb is headed there himself.
The Turtle Squad must win this round. If they don't, it's effectively over.
I mean, their money situation would be screwed, but we've seen that they don't need a whole lot of money for their skills to shine. Bomb is positioned towards B. However, Maui Snake has got the op ready to peek. A lot of nades coming out. They're trying to force a little bit of a rotate, but it's not enough. Maui Snake steadfast watching the entrance to apartments, and the op goes down, and they have vision of the bomb. The rotation is called. Picking up an exit frag of his own. Maui Snake in a little bit of a rough position. Gets behind bench. Leg on Angry Lego Guy, but just the swarm of terrorists is way too much. One Weston says he want to pick up their own in a 2v2 situation. Says he want to pick up another for his trouble. And now try hard in the 1v2. If he gets this, it's all over. The bomb does go down, but he has a general idea of his location. Spots him and he gets it, and that's 15 for AZIO, securing at the very worst overtime. And now Turtle Squad is on one of the hardest and most desperate ecos of their life. This is their chance. Does AZIO go for the repeat on the 2-0? Or can Turtle Squad bring it back, win this last round, desperate buyout, and can their skill trump AZIO's teamwork? Double up setup, we see one-on-one West. Not something we've seen before, a little bit strange. They're sparing no expenses here, plenty of utility. Even picking up CZ75s. They head towards a E1 West. Super aggressive. He gets the early pick on the Cryptic, and that's a huge fragging power completely removed. Retro bust back, taking down one West, avenges his teammate, gets the man at Firebox too. Tryhard goes down. Maui Snake headed towards CT, but this is going to be a pretty free plant. Smoke runs out, heading towards CT, but Seziwana moving towards stairs, might be able to catch them off guard. 4v3 situation. AZIO needs to play their heart out if they want to get this. Seziwana spraying through the smoke. Only 3 men on site though. Angry Lego Dude going for a flank, but that flank just doesn't exist. 2 men in CT, 1 towards stairs. Bert is so close to death and doesn't realize it. Seziwana gets the first kill. Oh my god, Shonk and Maui Snake. 1 man alive. If he wants to keep that dream, he's got to reach for it. And that's the bomb defuse. A little bit anticlimactic, but that's the second game. AZIO in a repeat, the 2-0 ending on Mirage. Turtle Squad and AZIO rivals no more. It started yesterday and it ended today. AZIO is your champions, the vanguards on the road to DreamHack, Austin 2018.
What a tournament.
Claps in the chat for them. They absolutely played their heart out. Turtle Squad did everything they could, but losing on their own map pick. Unfortunate for them. But wow, AZIO finally taking it all the way. Didn't lose a single set. Didn't even fall to loser's bracket. Didn't have it reset against them in the finals. Congratulations to AZIO and their player base for a fantastic performance. Big Meech, Maui Snake, his replacement that occurred yesterday. Shonk, their top fragger, Seziwana, the fantastic support rifler, 1 West, and any other player, any other substitution. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone for doing fantastic. They beat him on Cobble and they beat him on Mirage.
I thought for sure that was gonna go to overtime. I was like, oh no, this is pretty much the worst case scenario for I think everybody at this point.
My inner poet wanted it so bad. Just the bookends, the double OT on Mirage that sent them to lowest bracket in the first place. The idea that they would be able to come back and finally best them on that map. The fact that it's their map pick too just made it so perfect. But sometimes reality just isn't as poetic. So they are in fact your victors. Congratulations to them.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw the last winner for that 3-day general admission pass and the D&D playmat.
It is a dual-sided playmat for all of your combat needs. Can be drawn on by dry erase marker and wet erase marker. Utilized to make your combat feel that much more tactical during your RPG adventures. So let's see who's won that along with the 3-day pass to DreamHack as a spectator. Quick reminder, the champions of the evening, AZIO, will be receiving $1,500 in prize support and travel support for their trip to DreamHack Austin, which will be complemented by 5 premium BYOC tickets, courtesy of DreamHack themselves. Congratulations to Pleberleb, who has won the free ticket along with the battle mat. Hopefully you use it for all your combat, both at DreamHack and beyond. Before we sign off, a huge shout out to Mothership in Austin, Texas, a fantastic place to start or continue your tabletop gaming adventures. A ton of the prize support today has come from them, and an absolute massive amount of thanks to them for their support. SANLAN, the biggest CSGO community in San Antonio, their seasonally lands are loved by players all across the state. Pros and amateurs alike come to have fun. And now that we're expanding into other games like League of Legends, there's never been a better time to start SANLANning. Of course, DreamHack, they provided all the major prize support for this tournament, all the tickets that we've been giving away, the $1,500 in prize support, the grand final itself with the 5 BYOC tickets for the winning team going to AZIO, all thanks to them. CEVO for giving us these fantastic 128 servers and fantastic pugging environment for this tournament to take place in. If you want to up your game, CEVO is the only option. And lastly, Cerus GG, owned by Freedom himself. The organization for this tournament was not easy. There was a lot to go through, everything from sponsorships to scheduling. There were some road bumps on the way, but Freedom is the only guy who was able to mark the road all the way to DreamHack. So huge shout out. Give some love to Cerus and Freedom in the chat. I think for the last time, this is Brightside. I had a great time casting. Unfortunately, Mez had to leave a little early. But until next time, mwah. And see you guys at DreamHack Austin 2018.